Maybe it's just good. Just try it, I guess. Guidance is pretty cool, man. I always get forced to skip florists. It's like I always want florist, but man, like it's always up against something just a little bit better. So yeah, I don't think you skip this card really. I mean, you skip it if it's up against like Park Panther, but you know what I mean. It's just the amount of flexibility and value this has is kind of nuts. There's the Necrolite. There's... Okay, we have a couple combo pieces for the Arms Dealer. But you really want this with the 1-drop, right? But we don't have that right now. You're very likely to get it. It's the most common card in the class, but I don't mind grabbing a Sounds. Let's grab a Sounds. I'm also a little bit light already. Probably don't want to go too light. Let's go for this. Not planning on needing a Lion's Guard, so we just take Web Weave, I guess. You could take Lion's Guard just to screw the other druids. The thing is that doesn't always work, because then you just get Kodo mounted. They just Kodo mount through it anyway, and then you still lose. So you can also pick Burglebot for the turn 10 Kodo mount synergy. Without having a Kodo mount yet. There's also Kodo mount synergy. There's the zombie. Zombies, zombies. It sounds nothing like this song. In my head. It's a different song. Variant, I guess. Is this, no, right. We gain its attack. I don't have any high attack undeads right now. So, I mean, it's definitely variant, right? We have a couple rushes. We've already, I guess maybe not in Druid because Park Panther's so common, but we're already high rolling the amount of rush. And taunts should come, right? We'll try to see. We didn't skip a Divine Shield, I don't think, yet, right? We'll see if we can grab one. Fair chance you just don't get offered one, though. How good is Egg? We have 3 activators right now. I'm not sure if that's enough that I feel great about it. The funny thing is, if you're in Druid and you don't draw any Egg activators, you're probably losing anyway. Yeah, that's true. This is also a taunt. So it's like pseudo card draw. We actually have 3 different classes for multicaster, though. That's actually kind of nuts. Or 3 different spell schools, I should say. That's pretty cool. I mean, we already have a Moonlight Guidance and a variant to do that kind of, get that kind of card draw anyway, so it's probably not necessary. Yeah, it's probably reasonable to just take Chain Gang. Chain Gang is good with, you know, buffs too, so it's probably fine. Florist again, continuing its trend of always being against something better. This time, our Nerubian Flyer. Yeah. Grab a 3, I guess. We could take another rush, I guess, but we really need a 3 here, and I don't think you pick a worse 3 just to activate the variant. I'm not that concerned with that. And we already have 2 taunts. I'm not a big fan of 3 mana 4/3s, just because they're so vulnerable to 3 damage removals. I do like this card. This is probably just better, right? So good with the Crypt Lord and the Flyer. There's an Unending Swarm. There's a Creeper. There's a Cenarius. That's pretty good. How's everyone doing, by the way? I didn't greet everyone. How you doing, Chutan? Tauriels. Captain. Vixor. How you guys doing? Yeah, we're taking Cenarius, right? I mean, Onyxia is good too, but it's just, Cenarius is just better, right? It's not quite as many stats, but it's a turn faster, and sometimes, I mean, you want to do it for the buff, right? We don't even have like a power wall or anything, so it's pretty important. I'm watching this here rule today. What time is it at, actually? Because, to be honest, I had no idea it was today. I'm probably gonna be asleep. 3:30 PST. Yeah, that's like right in the middle of my sleep window right now, so that's just not happening, to be honest. If it was today, if it was yesterday, I probably would have watched it because I was awake. Because the thing was, is 2 nights ago I slept too much, so last night I couldn't sleep at all. But yeah, tonight I'm probably gonna have to sleep. I'm just gonna be completely dead probably. Because I'm gonna do this stream. I'm probably gonna do a pretty long stream, and then I'm going to edit a video, probably get it onto YouTube, and then pass out right around when the Super Bowl starts. Probably the plan. But anyway, we'll grab a Living Roots, I guess. Grab more taunt. Okay. I kind of feel like we just take, like, so okay, Invincible's great and all if it works, but like, it's not always gonna work. We have pretty good procs for it, but Lich King is just always good. I mean, Lich King isn't particularly fast as a card, but it's also just, it's a giant taunt, and it does something, where Invincible sometimes is just garbage. And also, Varian draws Lich King sometimes, which would probably be a good thing. So I kind of like the Lich King. If you do the Invincible, like you could do the Invincible, it would require us to start, you'd have to like play around it kind of. You need to particularly prep it with playing a bunch of other, like, may even be saving our zombies or haunted creepers for turn 8 to play them on turn 7, or hold them till like turn 9, turn 10 to combo them directly. I don't know, this just sounds like a lot of work when you could just also have a Lich King. I think the power cap is too bad. You understand, like, Invincible 30% of the time is a unplayable card. At least. At least 30%. I like how they show these as synergies. Like, this is the thing, is like we only have, you know, this doesn't even work really. This may not work, right? Because you can't combo them, so it's like you only have, like, really, it's really just these cards. This one too. It's not showing that one. But it's like this, and this that are likely to leave an Invincible up. And I just feel like, you know, that's not always going to happen. I think it's just a thing where our deck is powerful enough that we don't have to rely on a gimmick. If it was if we had a weaker deck, I'd be more willing to take the Invincible for the upside, but I just think, like, the consistency is valuable. Holy fuck. Okay. You know what's sad is, like, I actually think there's an argument for Frost Rider. I mean, I'm not taking it, but I'm just saying I think there's an argument for Frost Rider here. There really is a legitimate argument for Frost Rider here. Because we do not need value right now, and our 3s are looking weak, but we'll get more 3s, right, Shirley? Oh my god, yes. Yeah. A lot of times I would take Bone Drake, but not here. Do we ever take Feral Rage for armor, unironically? I don't think so. It thinks this has Rush. But it doesn't think it has Taunt, that's kind of funny. We'll just grab another armor. Ooh, another zombie. Yeah, it's still better than egg, right? I mean, there's no world you ever pick an egg over this, right? I don't think so. It's like the same amount of stats practically, and it just doesn't have the activation requirement. Oh, a Kodo mount, the only thing we were missing, nice. A squirrel, that was the last thing we were missing. So we didn't get offered a single Divine Shield, that's too bad. I'm not sure how much I would have... I wonder how much I would have dug down to grab an Annoyatron or something. We got the wrong mech. We were offered a spider tank instead, the Gorilla Bot. And so Militia here is actually kind of good, though. That's the funny thing. We definitely don't take... Honestly, even Web Weave isn't that bad here, but I don't think that's what I want. Squirrel has synergy with Infestation and all the other draw too. It's just Militia is actually pretty good here because our turn 3 and turn 6 are both looking really weak. But I mean, our turn 3 is just going to be a 1 and a 2, or double 1, or 1 hero power, like that's not a big problem. We do have a lacking, like turn 6, but I don't know, like playing double Militia on 6 isn't even really that good anyway, so I think we just take this anyway. The Squirrel is unironically like similar stats to a 6 mana, double taunt dude. Assuming you get time. Big assumption. So this is a pretty cool deck. What are we rated on Hearth Arena? This is a 76. Surprised it's not even higher, to be honest. I guess we'll go for this. I will say though, maybe, I'm not sure if that would have changed. If I knew I was going to get an Ultimate Infestation, this is the first Ultimate Infestation I've gotten this entire patch. If I knew, I might not have taken that Lich King. Because I took it partially because of the ability to Variant Draw it to just have a bit more value, but now we don't need it because we have Ultimate Infestation, so... Not the end of the world, but just... Especially knowing I was going to get 3 zombies. I probably would have flipped to the other guy. That's a good number in Hearth Arena. Above like 70 is about average right now, I think. Above 75 is very good. It varies by class too. I think 70... It's pretty hard to get above 75 in Druid. I've had a lot of Druids are actually sub 70. Which is weird. Like, you know, Hearth Arena scores are just kind of weird in some ways because, like, you know, Druid's actually the class that gets the best cards right now, but their Hearth Arena scores are relatively low for whatever reason. Just the way they're put in there. I can wait on this, right? You're not, especially after I tested already, we're not actually pushing that much damage with this, so there's probably no reason to do it right now. Yeah, I went 9 wins with a 68 rated Druid, like... There are classes I think wasn't my 03, it was like a 75 or something. Behind. What, another one? What the fuck? Yo, Murmur with the sub for 10 months. Welcome back, welcome back. I kinda still want this actually, is the funny thing. Do I test this again? time it is explosive. I guess I play this, and I'm just unsure if I actually kill a thing or not. If we just give him a poison, it's really bad. I think I just won't. It's probably poison, right? We don't have a super hard read, but that's the one you would assume, right? I actually still probably want that. What if he gets a weapon? Then he gets a weapon, he kills one of our taunts, and then we just keep smashing him in the face. Dude, look at how good this Weblord was. Is Weblord actually the best card in Arena? Apparently it is, chat. You guys have like 20 seconds left for the prediction, by the way. Well, Candle Shot he can actually use still, right? It's just that, yeah, we have a silence, so he has to like full clear us. Tough to do. I probably don't keep these together. What are the odds this even works? Like, here's the thing, is that this might die, and then I can't even... I'd be holding this for nothing. I think we just play this. I guess I have to get the Valkyrie out first. Just dump all the Valkyries. Because what you would have done otherwise, you would have played this, hope it lived, and then you can go boom, boom, right on turn 3. I think it's a bit greedy. If you're playing like Coins a 2-drop, you're just actually surprisingly far behind where you would be. I could have prevented him from playing this, though. Probably want to block these Valkyries now. Not sure. I'm a bit weak to the 3-drop, which is pretty likely to happen, but... I wonder if I want to do this now. The thing is like... Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to like double, when I'm going to have the mana to double something. I kind of want to hit one of my super premiums anyway. If you play this, it just dies. So I kind of think we're just supposed to do this now. It's not like we need to like be greedy, right, with this deck, I don't think. Okay, so UI is great, but it's so far away, and we could just also have a scenarios. Because this is the other thing, right? Is like you can't copy You can't really take advantage of that with like UI anyway. You could actually pick Zubble Zombie. You know what's crazy? I'm actually gonna do that. It's probably right, to be honest. I was like not even considering, and then you mentioned it, I'm like, you know what? Actually, that's probably the thing I'm supposed to do here. Because we're gonna draw some of our other premium crap anyway, right? See, now we just have a Lich King. Now we're just happy. Because to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about it because wasn't thinking about the fact that, oh wait, I actually can play both immediately, and that's just so much tempo, right? Because otherwise there was no consideration for it. That's hilarious, but like, I just keep buffing this, don't I? I don't know if I'm gonna like... I'm definitely gonna pop this one. I feel like this is enough health though. I'll push base with the rest. I'm not gonna keep board clearing myself. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. Might actually be wrong. Maybe I should have full traded. It was Conjured turn 2. Yeah, I probably should have. I don't know. I just figured maybe I want to use the poison on that thing, but... Oh my god. Okay, well at least I didn't do it now. Alright. I was a genius, chat. I knew it was the card draw turn so that he was going to draw the answer. You guys remember when our opponent didn't play a 4-mana Ultimate Infestation effectively? You guys remember that? Sad thing is, it's not even like I was greedy. I actually didn't even have the ability to clear the dragon. Sad. What's up, H Giga Chat? I'm doing alright, how you doing? Well, at least we have... I mean, we have a giant fucking Tar Creeper. We have a Lich King. We'll top deck Ultimate Infestation on turn 10 because we're good at the game. Because if you don't, then you're just not good at the game, right? Now Lich is quite bad. I mean, I don't know how you can say this is quite bad here. I would rather have an Invincible, maybe? It depends on what we draw, right? Oh, perfect. But, like, it depends on what this generates. But yeah, Invincible here probably, especially now that we have this card, Invincible probably would have been better, but... I'm just assuming that, like, you know, not every game we're gonna have fucking zombies on board on turn 8. Dude, he's gonna fatigue so fast, actually. At least the great thing is that we can actually play Ultimate Infestation with absolutely zero fear of even being remotely close to losing fatigue. That's pretty cool. Oh my god. That has like zero chance of killing this. Like actually zero. Okay, we drop deck is our best draw Chain Gang? It might be actually. No, our best draw is probably Variant, to be honest. How was his hand full and that was his best turn? It's an excellent question. Okay, we could also draw a Lingering Zombie. I guess that also works. There's a world where you don't even kill this, because, like, it just puts damage on here, but I guess... Honestly, I probably don't even kill this. Like, I just don't want to take the 3 here. proactively. Like, there's just probably no reason to. I'm not going to be pushing damage anyway. He could have a second 3-4. I mean, him having a second 3-4 is a much better play than playing Matter Bomber, right? Seems extremely unlikely he would just be sitting on that. He trades the Bomber. Well, you're assuming that he doesn't have, like, a 4 damage rush, which would lose you the game on the spot, basically. That's the issue. He has 10 cards. And, you know, 1 armor kills you if you trade, basically. You straight up die, I think. What the fuck is happening here? I guess we kill one of these and kill this now? Maybe I'd rather pop the Divine Shield, actually. I guess so, right? Yeah. Casual 1-0 game. It's kind of funny the way this guy's playing. He's like super certain that he's gonna win the value game. And it's just like, I mean, he does have like 5-1-1, 1-mana 5/5, so maybe he's right. Probably is right, actually. I mean, we also need to reduce a lot of damage to not die, but we have no efficient way of doing that. Probably have to play the Park Method. You go like Cenarius and just bullshit, but you can go like really max wide. I feel like you have to go like Panther here. Just play like every taunt and just, yeah. I could have, I guess, necrolated this and traded it off. I don't know how much that's really worth. He overdrew the worst card in his deck, naturally. That was the first bad card we've seen out of his entire deck. He's shown 20 cards, and that was the first bad card we've seen, was his 1 burned card, naturally. So our opponent is clearly just better at the game than we are. I'm wasting time staying in this game at this point, right? I definitely am. I'm just gonna get out. There's no way we can survive this board. It's hilarious because I have an Unending Swarm and a Variant in my deck, but I'm just like, there's actually no chance we can even... I don't think we can prevent 2-turn lethal. Scoring his deck. His deck, it showed only a 73. Which is interesting. What was so low that it lowered his deck down to there? I guess his deck wasn't actually that high quality. It was just, I mean, the fact that he got to draw 6 cards for 0 mana, basically. It was like, I mean, the thing was, is like he didn't have a lot of top tier cards. It was just that he had zero bad cards, right? Every card was above average. He did not have a single bad card in the entire deck. Except that one Spell Shifter. I don't really want to Limerence into that, I guess, so just get rid of this. I guess? Unless we'd rather keep it, but I think we want to look for more other things. Yeah, it's pretty good. Killing the 1/3 was fatal. I'm pretty sure him getting a 5 mana 25/25 was more fatal than him killing our 1 attack minion, though. That was kind of the more important thing. He had to play Hearthstone the past 3 days. I apologize. Yo, Regium with the Prime sub for 12 months. A full year. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Congrats on the new badge, the new sub badge. What the fuck is this? Am I supposed to, like, I could root this, Necrolite this, bump there, and then just, you know, next turn is Flyer Hero Power, I guess. Feels like that. I mean, it's just... There's just, like, there's no world where we coin right now. This seems fine, I guess. Going 2 and 3 against 3 Death Knights. Hey, that can happen to anyone right now. Our deck, at least in theory, should hard counter Death Knights. In theory. The one thing is, with how many premiums we have, it's just our mid game is a little bit vulnerable with this deck. Oh my god, he's a plagued green. He's a plagued green gamer, chat. Disaster. Oh. It's a little awkward because I can't buff until I trade this off. Or trade this off. I could, like, trade this off and then play this and buff. There's a world where you just don't kill this. I know, it's like, I think this happens, I think this happens. You could, like, hero power, I guess, instead and not actually take the buff. It's not like the buff is that good right now. It might have been worth doing, I don't know, it's just like, depends on whether or not he actually clears us super efficiently because we don't. He has a big decision here. That's perfect for us. Yeah, we really... Actually, man, that sucks. Now that we drew the Tar Creeper, he gets rewarded for it. Oh. It's like, I wanted him to not use this so that we could get this kill, but now he gets to kill our Tar Creeper. Really sucks. I mean, we're gonna have to play this. The question, I guess, becomes now, it's like... We could actually just hero power this instead, because this gets very little value, and you could hold it for later, right? When it will do something eventually. Maybe more than it does right now. But it probably still just does more to keep us alive right now. Because once we start playing all this crap, we'll hopefully have the ability to find what we need, right? It'd be really nice to be able to hero power this, but like we just cannot afford to coin with this hand. We're gonna be 1 and 2 with this deck. It's looking like. Great. Guy's been holding his deck for a month. That's cool. Can we beat a horror with this deck? You're asking how the fuck? Welcome to streaming. Welcome to being a streamer, chat. The game's actually over too, right? Because he gets 2 more copies here. I can't believe we got a 1 win. Malignant Horror. It's one thing if you draft a deck and hold it for a month. I guess, like, he had to draft it, hold it for close to a month, and then not even play it at 1 win. Like, I could understand if he's at like 6 wins and he just literally plays a run every other week or something. A run every week or something, but it's like there's been more weeks since horror was banned than he has wins. This is why I never play on Asia server, man. It's like you try to like, Asia server, first of all, lately will like hard disconnect you super often. And then you actually get a day where the server isn't hard disconnecting you, and then you just queue into a month-old banned card list. It's like, okay. Should play this. We want to get the Valkyrie out, I guess. At least I'm like completely disconnected from this. I'm like disconnected enough from this whole meta to care. If this was like a week ago, I probably would have been more upset about it. Those hard DCs happen on EU too. I don't think I've ever been DC'd on EU ever, to be honest. Like, I don't think it's ever happened. I don't play that much on EU, but it's specifically like it's been, for me, the one thing I noticed is that it particularly happens around midnight, my time. And it's like around like between like 10 p.m. 2 a.m. that window, the EU server is just Asia server is just completely unplayable. And I kind of wonder if there's like some specific reason for that, like just something to do with like the web traffic between North America and Asia or something. Maybe it's not actually Blizzard servers. I wonder, I don't know. Because, you know, you have issues like that when you actually are trying to connect via lights flashing through underground and underwater tunnels all the way around half the world, right? Becomes like an actual issue. That's kind of rude. I can't really web weave now. This forces me into potentially a better play rather than dumping into AoE. My opponent's forcing me to play around AoE chat. I don't appreciate this. Yells complete all run today on the Nahami server. Well, that guy had a Japanese name, so it was Japanese, right? Yeah. That was a Japanese name on the Asia server, so it probably wasn't the guy that... He was probably on his main server. How do I feel about Hunter lately? I think Hunter is one of the best classes for a skilled player right now. So I can't kill this without trading, I guess. Well, yeah, it's like this isn't even good enough. I guess we trade this. Just play that. When does the arena meta change today? Tuesday. This is why we do not stress too hard about this meta that is about to be, thankfully, over. And we will just never speak of this meta again. Yeah, it's going to be one of the, I think for a lot of reasons, probably one of the better mini sets to ever hit. But one thing is I've already heard people complaining in Constructed that the mini set cards aren't powerful enough. So, you know. Because, you know, if they ever print cards that are less than triple vanilla stats, people in Constructed will complain that it's weak. If your 4 mana 8/8s don't draw 5 cards, they're garbage. Lapse Impurator, that card's pretty good though. Ah, fuck. Dude, this is the game I get disconnected now? Why couldn't I get disconnected last game? This is like a public service announcement to just never play on Asia server from North America. Dude, this is a turn I actually have like 6 actions to do too. Actually, I have like 8 actions to do. Could you disconnected me on any of the other turns where I didn't have 6 actions to do? Even if we get in, we're gonna miss half our turn. It's looking like a big if at this point. Just not getting back in. Oh, here we go. Okay, attack priority. missed the entire turn, great. Opponent's not doing anything. He might have gotten disconnected too. So we got to play the guidance. We generated this. Am I even in the game? Oh, there we go.
Ready to fight for a better future?
So wait, I didn't even realize it's like, you were telling me I missed a turn and I still have lethal basically?
Hope prevails.
I guess it turns out that that was the best game to get disconnected. Game pitied the opponent, yeah, but Crypt Lord still memed him out of existence. Crypt Lord is such a dirty card in the mode where you don't actually have half the decks just don't have spells to remove behind taunt.
Malfurion versus the Lich King! All will serve me in death. I must protect the Fire Lord.
I don't think I keep that, maybe I should, but... It's gonna be like really impossible with how, because like I'm saying, like this has been like, this used to never happen, I don't think, and this has just started in the last few months or so, that Asia server has been so unplayable, just from literally getting disconnected. It's gonna be impossible to get like 12-0 achievements on this server. It's gonna be impossible to get any achievements on this server. I mean, maybe I'll just retire it. Retire the whole server if it's so unpleasant. Stop playing on it. I was talking about before, like, I don't know, it could be something to do. I don't know if there's some reason that, like, the internet between Asia and North America has gone to shit. Like, I haven't seen, like, I don't know, maybe I haven't paid attention to this, but are people on Asia server complaining about the servers? If they're not, then it probably, it may have something to do with just... Then it really may just have something to do with the internet itself, you know? Literally the connection, the physical connection of the internet between Asia and North America. And then it might not be a Blizzard issue, it's just, and this that makes it like completely impossible to solve, maybe. We played a Park Panther and our opponent conceded. That sounds about right. It's very possible, even like I don't know, like it could be something weird with like I actually connect via Wi-Fi, which most streamers wouldn't be connected to Wi-Fi, but it's like one of those things where it's like just the way that the server works via timeouts and stuff. Even me being connected via Wi-Fi might cause little micro cuts that cause hard disconnects when you're connecting further away just because of the increased ping, right? It could be something really weird like that too. Who the hell knows? Can't use Ethernet? I don't know where I am, I can't. The thing is, like, I have no reason to because the Wi-Fi is really good. It's not like I'm playing an FPS. You know? It's not like every millisecond of ping is gonna make a difference. I'll make sure I move into an apartment next where I actually have that stuff. It's really annoying. My thing is like, is the buff even worth anything? I'm not attacking because whether or not you buff depends on which one you pre-hit. Actually, I probably don't want to kill his... The buff just isn't good, right? So you just play a 2-2, I guess. It's just like, it just doesn't help. It's just weird because he's gonna clear you with 2-2s anyway, so it's like he's gonna clear all this off. You're buffing your... Instead of this, you have... This is dead, right? And it's like you have the choice between having a 2-2 here versus having these be 2-1s. But if you have these be 2-1s, just don't have that 2-2, and then he just kills a 2-1, and then you just have a 2-1 instead of 2-1-1s. I guess it's not that big of a difference, but, 2 1-1s is better than a 2-1. That's really what the difference is. Because you can just ping off a 2-1 and then you just look like an idiot, right? Bad. You would only do the buff if there was some reason that you preferred to kill the 2-3, but there's just, I mean, it just doesn't help you at all. People in chat wondering, why has he been talking about that one trade for like the last 2 minutes? Shut up, chat, this is what we care about in Rin. We are trade gamers. Damn, it's like, even if I do this, I might not have... Like, I mean, he'll kill one, he might just clear both really easily. I kind of feel like this is better. He could go for a buff here, just to push damage, put pressure on a little bit.
Ready to fight for a better future? Hope prevails.
Let's put some pressure on. I mean, I just feel like this isn't going to be super worth anything. That's kind of bad for us. No, the meta rotate Tuesday in approximately 48 plus It should be 54 hours exactly. The meta will rotate. We should start a, should I start a timer? For, the only thing is the app I have, I don't think it lets you go past minutes. Yeah, I can only count down up to 99 minutes. Maybe I get a different timer app where I can actually count down, so then we have countdown starting from 54 until the meta mercifully changes. It's a nice top deck. It's a good draw. We don't do it now. Please tell me I at least get this 5 damage in. Right. I don't care about anything. At least I definitely got the spiders down. Please tell me I get this 5 damage. Dude, why do I ever... I mean, this is why I haven't been playing on this server for the last month. Ah! What did they got that they couldn't play there? Anything more than 5 mana you couldn't play, right? Pretty likely you just got some big spell. Seriously, I'm literally connected. You can see the... I came literally just in time to see the turn end. The game's like, okay, we've gotten you gone just enough. Damn. I guess I trade this. The thing that's weird, I guess I have to trade off because I get more shit, huh? Boom! Sheep is a boss. It happens to me so often. Yeah, this only happens to me on this server. On Asia server. This is the only time it ever happens to me, ever. Almost ever.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's kind of weird. Ooh, I could silence it. I should, I guess, check, that first. It's a little weird because, I mean, I could get... This could turn into a sheep, too. So I guess I'll just silence this. Play around that. Play around, like, a lot of different things, right? Shit, that's kind of bad. So now if I mount anything, he silences it. Make me not really want to mount anything. So I guess we don't.
For no one. Rays of glory. Inside voices, please.
I'm late. I'm late.
What the fuck?
Warriors of the frozen wastes.
The question is, like, do you kill this? You could. I feel like you just don't.
Down.
You can protect the 8-8 on board, but I mean, he needs spells to come back anyway, so. Why does this always happen? You're winning a game. Ha ha! Get Marsh streaked with the full board. You guys get wrecked, nerd.
back tomorrow.
And B wanted to start the turn with that in case you got, you know, any spell that would actually save you here. Like a Blizzard or a Flame Strike, you know, like just any of those things. That might have been a good way to start the turn. I'm no scientist, but, you know, just saying. I mean, it depends on your definition. If you have an engineering degree, does that qualify you as a scientist? Kinda does, right? Maybe I am a scientist. It's weird too, because like the server has been particularly smooth actually. It's just like, it's just still occasionally, like once every 15 minutes or so, it just hard disconnects me. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that was even a card, because who the hell drafts that card? Because you get way too many weapons in the warrior, so you just never pick that one. Interesting. Yeah, it was like very unlikely he kills this here, so pretty good. I guess we'll just do that, huh? Just rip that. It's good enough. It's probably not getting too much better unless we want to hold it for unending swarm or something, which, you know, we might not draw ever anyway. Oh jeez. Help! Well, the thing is here is that we're not going to get anything better than 3-4 most likely anyway, at least for this turn, right? You could still argue for trading just fine because we have 2 dead plays here to just find something else anyway, but I mean, I think we will just tempo. We'll just tempo this. And hope we get bailed out by our next 2 draws. Surely. It's a weird choice though, right? It's like, you can choose to proactively have a dead turn to reduce the chance of having future dead turns, or do you just accept this turn as is? I think you just accept this turn. Because, you know, you'd be, if you did the other play, like, I guess we would have just had a 2-2 on board, and then we'd have another draw, which could just be dead anyway. Anyway, I guess here we go for the separate minion here, right? So that we can just have more stats on board. We'll take the hero power. You could have alternatively just had a 4-2 and a 3-2, but I think this is better. You get AoE'd either way, all the same, so... Waiting on YouTube. Coles is back here with another review. Fuck me, dude. Let me chat. Should I do... I still need to... I haven't recorded the arena review for the most recent cards. Should I do that on stream? Maybe I should do that on stream. We need to review Paladin, Warrior, Mage, and Demon Hunter. Paladin was the most interesting, right? Well, there was at least one of the warrior cards was interesting. One of the mage cards is going to be toxic. I think they were all interesting, actually. Like mage, yeah, mage is getting the ultimate random. That card's gonna be so high variance, though. Holy crap. Am I supposed to pre-bump this? I could totally get punished, but, you know. YOLO. We have so much health, right? It's probably worth the risk, I think. We know we got punished immediately. That's cool. Also, what the fuck is this? I've been hit by this card. I don't think I've ever seen this card played, drafted, ever. And I've been hit by this twice in the last week. That's pretty strong. We're gonna play this and hit 4 acorns. True. Is Varian better? So we get a rush and a taunt. Do we even have a, taunt is Crypt Lord. Rush is Armorer. It's not great, right? Like, this is probably just better. It really might not be. It kind of should be, though. The issue is we do have, again, like, we have those acorns in the deck. Like, it really, this actually could just not work. This is probably good enough, right? But I think you can do, like, both of these next turn, potentially over the UI. It's not now or never, though. You literally just do it next turn with this. I think you do this first. I probably don't want to kill that. I'll do it this way so he has awkward trades in theory. And we'll see, like, we'll have to think about how likely we are to just be able to hold by just playing, like, either UI or double 4, maybe. It'll depend a lot on whether or not he has an answer for this. He has a discovered spell, which I'm a little bit terrified by, but I mean, he didn't execute our Lich King, right? So how scary could it really be? Augers. What the fuck? Why is he hitting that? Now I feel like we just, Crypt Lord is maybe the best, this feels like maybe the best thing we can do here, and just play everything defensive, right? It's better against a silence, I guess. You could also go double taunt here. It's possible. I mean, that is safer, right? I guess. I think we're safe enough with this, though.
Ready to fight for a better future?
It's not actually a big difference, I don't think. Water! What's up, Valdemir? How you doing?
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
It's kind of annoying. If this is his whole turn, though, we're fine, right? Now the 6-2, the 6-2 connects into that taunt. He's just gonna get wrecked, dude. We should just be fine here, like. Unless he's like sitting there and just figured out the crow. He has a oh, okay. I was gonna say if he has like a attack health swap or something. We drew variant again. Sure. Okay. That seems good here. Wait, it still has rush, right? Yeah, because we still have a Park Panther. That's all that matters. I think we're out of taunt, actually, right? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Out again. Yeah, I'm going for the reconnect strat. Because you have to like make a choice. You either have to stay in or you have to like reconnect immediately. I just wanted to see if it would actually reconnect immediately before I... reset. Because a lot of times if you go back in, it'll reset faster. You have like 30 more seconds maybe. We're probably all, I think we're on the rope right now. Fuck, dude, it didn't even get played. Awesome. I was thinking I would maybe try one on this server, but I guess never again. Yeah. I wanted to, like, it's funny, because, like, you know, I used to be able to, we just used to never have that problem. I would go triple leaderboard on the Asia server, but now it's like, it just seems like you just can't do it anymore, right? Like, we probably lost, like, 5 wins off that run because of that. Happens to you 4 times a week. If I'm not on Asia server, this literally never happens. And if I'm on Asia server, I can't stay connected to the server for more than 30 minutes. So it's just like, I guess I just retire my Asia account. Right? It's just like, it's just not worth playing. Maybe I'll still AFK Mercs to get gold or whatever, but like, at this point it's like, why Why play on it, right? This has been an issue for like 6 months. So, what do we do here? I guess we'll do Warlock. Shaman. We had a good Shaman recently, right? No, I had a good Warlock recently. Yeah, I'll try Shaman. It's probably a bad idea, but fuck it. Oh, we got Tiny Toys immediately. Nice. Guess there's only one card in this pack. Grab Armor. Mini Mistake. We have to call this Mini Mistake now. Do we take it or we take Batten? I kind of like having big taunts in this class. Are there any synergies with this you really care about? Like, there's no totem synergies, really. There's elemental synergies with this, right? What even elemental synergies are there? There's not much. It's undead. Yeah, undead's actually probably more important. I'm gonna try it. I'll just grab one of these, I guess. This could be pretty good. I do like this card. I don't know, we'll try this. Even though right now we don't have weapons, this is a win condition. I'm gonna try it over the other thing. We can theoretically get Hex over this. Go for this. We have a dragon now. Or just really weak, right? This should be a 3-mana card. Do I just take this? I guess. I mean, half the time. Sometimes we'll have a dragon in hand, it'll be good. Is that worth it over Bloody Knight here? Because we have the Earthen Might, so that makes it a lot better. Otherwise, I wouldn't really hesitate, but this might just be better now. I mean, random's cool, right? Grab a wolf, I think. I guess we'll take a ping. Zap. There's a Whirlwind Deathlord. I don't think. We just take Zap, right? I guess. There's a weapon for the Sucker Hook. Another dragon. But I think we'll take this. We could have actually had an active Tal'Daram, which is completely useless because having an active Tal'Daram doesn't actually do anything. I mean, sometimes it would be a Harkner Dread, which would be pretty pog. Anyway, I guess we'll take this. What do we have? Double Jade. Double Nimbus. That's kind of it, right? Might get more. Double Macaque. We'll get good battle cries? Question mark. I guess that's one of the better battle cries in our whole deck, actually. It's worth something. We do have 4 activators already for the egg. This is higher win rate than Angler, really? I was gonna say I'm surprised because this has Undead synergy, but I guess that does too. I don't really want another 5 right now, so I'm pretty sure we're taking this. We've had like remotely pickable Jades. So I guess, yeah, actually this even works with the weapon, so you can actually go... we can already go Brand Jade Claws Macaw on 8 to get up to a 4/4 Jade instantly. Still just take one of these, right? There's a world where you take the drop, but I don't know. Don't really want to live in that world. Peasant is just like, ugh. We have a bit too much situational garbage. Can't take more situational garbage. As much as I would like this to be able to like scam somebody. I kind of want this. No, we already did our Jade Shaman. We already have a Jade Shaman YouTube video. We don't need another one. I mean, we could have another one. That wouldn't be terrible, but... Toad's Life, thanks for the follow. We had like 9 Jades in that deck, and we also had ways to copy it too. I don't think we had Macaw, but we had other things. So that was a pretty good video, actually. That was... I want to say that was my 3rd most successful video. This entire rotation. So this is really good. I can work with Brand and other things. Another one of these. I guess that's fine. Too bad that one went... It went 11, right? I think that was one of those decks where it was a little special, like, you know... A lot of times if videos aren't 12 wins, they don't do as well, but that one did pretty well. Yeah, that's actually my... At least off of first day performance. That video outperformed a lot of 12s. Anyway. One of these. Spell damage is actually pretty cool, but... We don't have, like... I mean, Brewmaster Macaw, but, like, it's just, we just don't have... Don't have what we would need for that. Take a Suspect. I guess grab a Geist is actually pretty cool here, I think. We can double freeze an enemy. That's pretty cool. Ooh, take a Lightning Storm. And we get forced into all the AoEs and then we just don't really get pickable spell damage. I mean, there's one more pick after this. It'd be kind of hilarious to go through a whole Doomhammer and then just replace it right at the end. I forget, what's after 6? Or what's at 6? It's either Ashbringer or Hope of Quel'Thalas. 7 is after 6. I meant what is at 6. There's 2 really good weapons to upgrade into at 6, but obviously you wouldn't want to do it immediately because you're spending so much. I mean, honestly, dude, like, you probably would be willing to upgrade it pretty quickly. You just wouldn't want to upgrade it literally the turn you play it. I'm just wondering, we probably still take a Lightning Storm, but there's like a real... Because again, like Doomhammer half the time turns into a Hope of Quel'Thalas, which would be a win condition. But yeah, half the time you get the DK weapon, which is not as good anyway. We'd probably just take a Storm. And don't rely on that nonsense. Just gotta take a Zombie Chow, I guess, right? I guess the Chow's good. Don't have any ones, so it's probably, actually, it's probably one of the best things. That might actually been like one of the best cards we could get here. Even though it doesn't seem super exciting. We're just like a decently solid, but not great Shaman, it seems like, but... No, Curve's okay. This is a 74 rated deck, actually. It's better than it feels. I guess our card quality is just good, right? We're one of those decks that we have no bad cards, I guess. I mean, we have a couple mediocre cards, but a lot of just okay cards. Alright, so we'll do a, actually I'll give you guys 10 minutes for this prediction, because I'm gonna go to the restroom really fast. Finish everything out, I'll be back in, 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll start this run. Do we have any discover? No sir. We have one random, well we have random elemental generation, and that is it. But I'll be right back. Appreciate you hanging out. Alright.
Thrall versus the Lich King.
The good old 0-0 Death Knight.
Will serve me in death.
No scam pet option.
Fury of the elements.
Wait, I have a Slogger in this deck? When the fuck did I pick a Slogger? I don't remember drafting a Slogger. You guys remember when I was a young person and I didn't have memory loss? When the fuck did I pick a Slogger? Now I'm confused. When was that in the draft? I must have picked it like so fast. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I was up against 2 crap cards and I insta-picked it. Right, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Already having midlife crisis? Yeah, you know how many trips around the sun I've already taken? I'm allowed to have this. Are we dying? Probably, but yeah. It's gonna happen. At least it's not a Druid with Undertaker. Druid with Undertaker and the 1-1. Yeah. So what the fuck is this? Do we also hover one of our cards aggressively and then switch another one and then do this and then do that? Oh my god. We appear to be dying, chat. Will this be the last Cauldron we ever see? Probably. Oh my god, he has a Horn of Winter too. guess that's smart to just recycle, just replace Horn of Winter with just anything. People love Cauldrons. The thing is that Cauldron is actually just a good card in Death Knight specifically because of the hero power, basically. You only see Cauldrons in Death Knight, and like it's because it's really only pickable in Death Knight. And probably in... You just never see it in Druid, but you would think it's good in Druid too. Right? But you never see it in Druid even. What the fuck? Is it worth getting a totem out, is the question. Probably. Rather than just play a 4. You pick in every class. It's not unpickable in any class, but like, it's so much better in... Let me check actually. Cauldron is in... Oh, it's only in 4% of Death Knights even. It's in similar percentages in most decks. It's like the most popular in Death Knight, but... People pick it in every class. At least half as much. Rip Amalgam. It seems kind of cool. Can I just undo this? I say like, no thank you. I don't want that. Feels more common, 4%. It's because, unironically, it's because it's good in Death... Specifically in Death Knight, it's actually just good. So you see a lot of good Death Knights have Cauldron. Cauldron has the same win rate as, It has the same win rate as Possessifier. It's just really good. Possessifier, Enchanter, Acolyte Death, Swarm Guard. Those are the cards right next to it in win rate in Death Knight. No, that's pretty good. How much reason to... Oh my god, there is reason to do that first. I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway, even though I can't think of a reason. Alright, we found a reason, chat. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Alright, we have a play 10 Murlocs quest. At some point we need to make sure to fill our board with anglers to complete that. No rush because surely this run will go for a long time. We have a lot of time to finish this run. We're in no rush. We're not just going to lose 3 straight games to Death Knights at 4 like every other run in this meta does. That's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen, chat. We got all our Murlocs. We have all the undeads too. Wait, isn't this like all of our undeads practically? We have a peasant. Oh, you have Chow too. Oh yeah, these are undeads too. That's also undead. This will also usually summon undeads. I think we lost Chat. He has a zombie Chow that doesn't heal us for 5. Doesn't have undead synergy though, so it's literally unplayable. Right? Right? I need reassurance, chat. Tell me I'm right. It's really terrifying that he's willing to tempo this, to be honest, while it's active. I think we're dying.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Constructed Priest. At least he doesn't have the Shadow hero power, right? So maybe we're okay. Maybe. So it's a pretty good storm clear. You could also do this, but you do that next turn, right? You take the storm clear. Probably. Has Lightning Storm always been that loud? I know like Maelstrom Portal is like way too loud now too. Was it always that loud? Might have been. Poggers! We did a chat, we're now Jade Shaman. Which of these do I kill? Kill neither? I think I kill this. Like, he can heal our guy, but I don't really... I mean, if he wants to do that, that's fine. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Is this where I think this is where I angle him. Yeah, I'm worried about him, like, buffing the shit out of the... Acolyte somehow. You could have gone 2 and 4, maybe to just be safer against AoE. But I do kind of want to hold this for Jade Claws, I guess. And it's a very awkward turn for the AoE, right? Because it's like, it would be like Holy Nova on his turn 7. Just probably limits his ability to do anything with it, so... Where's the silence we didn't draft? There's no, like, cute way to do this, right? Like, it's just... 3 things have to die. Yeah, like, there's no... I mean, the nice thing is that there's actually, like, no way to fuck it up either, but... There's no, like, good way to do it.
Ready to fight for a better future? Hope prevails.
You got the wrong guy, pal.
The sun has set for me.
Poggers. Yeah, it's a pretty clean ally kill to have the wolf to be able to rush exactly the 6/6 plus buff into it. It's pretty good. Do we just go double 4 here? I could like sidekick this to take the value trade that way. I could play this. I guess I don't really need to do this. I can give this up so that I can champion. Like Maelstrom. Yeah, you can Maelstrom too. It's just like, the thing is like, you can't really kill the 3-drop that comes out, but... I mean, you can value trade it in theory. It's not terrible. You can try it, I guess. Okay.
Hey, I got you, friend. Hope prevails.
I don't really even have board space for this. I guess I will just play this guy. Just to essentially get the most expensive card of the hand. You get to save Nimbus maybe for a brand top deck? Something like that? Save Sucker Hook for the theoretical combo. Save Unliving Champion for a board clear. Actually, we don't even have a... Wait, this is undead? Yeah, that's an undead, so we do still have an undead, so... Holy crap. Ah! Not like this. Good luck, opponent. He probably just concedes here, right? I still don't have room for this. I guess we go Nimbus, huh? How do I even do this? You go here? I actually want that to live, right? I want you to die, actually. Generate last. Perfect. Yeah, Moros has made a mark on me, as you can tell. You appear dead, sir. We give lethal too.
Hope prevails. Hope prevails.
It's gotta be a ghoul, right? Always ghoul lethal. Always. Nice. We got halfway to our play 10 Murlocs quest. The thing that really matters, I mean, you know, you have this arena minigame going on, but really all that matters is getting a bunch of Murlocs played. To get halfway to 50 gold, or whatever it counts. It's like 80% of the way to 50 gold.
Forest fights back.
I bring the fury of the elements.
Okay, let me think about how I want to say this. You know, we have a constructed rogue main here asking why these cards need to have downsides on them. Why does a 3-mana 4/3 need to have a... That one's like somewhat reasonable. Why does that need a downside Discover? I know that vanilla plus Discover is the thing. He's asking, why does a 6-mana 3/8 taunt need a restriction for when it doubles its stats? This one's actually kind of fair too. And this one also, it's like, that would be kind of nuts if it didn't have it. But like this one specifically, like, whoa, you're asking why a 6-mana 3/8 can't just literally double itself with no restriction at all. What the fuck? Bully him? I should probably respond to this. You're wondering why a 6-mana 6/16 shouldn't just be a card. I mean, I understand that the thing is he plays Rogue, and like a 6-mana 6/16 is like a below average card for Rogue, to be fair. Right, so that's why he thinks it's like, why wouldn't you just give everyone better than that? Like, come on. Like, it's really weird, but I'm concerned just not hitting anything. I think we hit. If you like, I mean, if you were to like pre-hit both the guys, like it would be super, super sus, right? Where if you don't hit anything, it's a lot less sus. It wouldn't be super clear what we're planning. And you would have AoE'd yourself anyway, so it wouldn't have been any better. Now it's weird though, like we don't even have to, since he basically passed his turn, we don't even have to do this. We could just play this now. Hit this, and then just play on Living Champion. This is better than this actually, right?
For honor and glory.
Fight until you're cut.
Yeah. You think he said that because it face values and Ancient Blossom's never an okay card? Well, you're giving him a lot of benefit of the doubt, I understand, kind of. But, like, he literally says, these are downsides that do not need to be there. Do these cards become broken if you cross off the bits? And the answer is, if you make a 6 mana 16 taunt a card, absolutely fuck yes, it becomes broken. You know? Of course it does. So this one doesn't have rush. So I guess we just play this.
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
I think my response should just be, should I tweet this? I want my response to just be, I want to know how much and how good of shit I need to smoke to think a 6 mana 6/16 is a totally reasonable card with no downside. Please, where do I find this shit, chat? Alright, surely we will... I guess we hit like this. The good old Elon smoking weed meme. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, a 6 mana 6/16 should just be an arena. Should just be a constructed card. Exactly. We have no elementals. I guess we just trade this off. So we trade everything just to get maximum stats on board. It is fair though, like it's actually not even that much better than Best in Show, which is kind of hilarious. But there's a huge difference between a bunch of 2 attack taunts and a bunch of 3 attack taunt, right? Like that's actually a really significant difference. Because that's why Best in Show isn't very good, is because it's effectively just like it's a weird blizzard that's just kind of delayed, right? Blizzard the spell. It doesn't actually cast immediately, but your opponent just has to, it'll effectively blizzard the board a lot of the time. Where 3/8 is just so much more damage, it actually threatens minions that hit it so much harder. Yeah, it's like, because it's just, you know, giving +1/+1 to a giant health, low attack minion is so valuable. Do you ever keep zapping against a druid? Seems kind of insane. I just checked for fun what the mulligan win rate of Zap is. It's really bad. The thing is that Zap is 1 mana deal 2, and like, to be honest, I would rather have 1 mana deal 2 than 0 mana Overload 1 deal 2. Overload really sucks most of the time. Alright, so our opponent hero powers this, trades it, and then we just win. Right? That's a plan. Good plan. It didn't work, chat. He didn't do what we wanted him to. What do we do now? He didn't do what he was supposed to do. You want Coinslogger? And I mean, like, what, do you pre-hit just so that you can actually activate this next turn? But yeah, like, as I say, like, I think like, in today's Hearthstone, it's probably true for the other cards that they, I mean... Hold up, let me finish this turn before... I guess you do this just because all other plays suck, right? And it's just like... And I do feel like you kind of have to, right? It's really weird. Like, we just want to get... A 2/2 undead is just better than a infected peasant for us in this exact situation, I think. Like, I would agree that, like, a couple of these cards don't need conditions, but, like, this card definitely needs a condition, and this card needs a condition, I think, you know? He's also saying that card doesn't need a rune, which is also interesting.
Run for help!
He's not just saying that this... Oh, wait, he only crossed off the rune. He didn't actually cast off... He didn't actually cross off the if you cast 3 spells on this one. Okay, cool. I don't know how much freeze you should be giving to blood. That's the only thing with that one, I guess. Kekko. Why the fuck does he have an Astolar? I look away for a second, come back, and there's a Astolar. I'm just thinking, like, there's no reason to... I mean, it's not like there's no... He's a druid, it's not like there's no reason to trade, but... We should probably be going face. He played an Astolar. Since the beginning of WoW, players are constantly complaining about balance of their mains, so Blizzard's playing with stats since then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, that's been Blizzard's balance philosophy for a long time, and it probably will be forever at this point, because, yeah, they kind of seem to have chosen that model for, you know, one reason or another, that, yeah, that's just how they do it in this game, is everyone gets their turn on top, basically, unless you're Warrior. If you're Warrior and you're number 1, you're getting nerfed instantly, but anyone else, you know, gets their chance at the top. And also Priest, fuck Priest. But anyone else, you know, everyone else gets their chance at the top. Rogue gets their time, Druid gets their time, Demon Hunter gets their time. Mage has had... Mage was United in Stormwind, right? Warlock had a decent amount at the top. Hunter had a lot of time at the top. Paladin... And now, like, Paladin and Shaman Death Knight are all sharing the top. Paladin and Shaman have also had other times at the top. So it's like literally everyone except for, you know... Everyone except for Warrior and Priest, because, you know, fuck those classes. Okay, do we want to hold on to the Bran, or do we want to just... I think I'll hold on to it, because, honestly, a 2/4 is not that much better than a Totem anyway, if we're being completely honest, so... If we get a heal Totem, it might even be worse. Rogue was first to complain. Well, you see, Rogue has had so much time in top because they are the best. The Rogue players are the best complainers. So that is how, if you want to have your class be number 1, it is more productive to, rather than try to like theorycraft or anything, just to figure out how to get really good at complaining on Twitter and Reddit, and then that's how you will get your class up to the top. rather than, you know, waste time trying to figure out how to like play your decks and things like that, just complaining on Twitter. Then once you get what you want, you figure out that the new broken version of Miracle Rogue, right, or whatever. I'm thinking it's just not worth using spells here. I guess I'll take this trade and then you just go phase. Seems okay. But hey, I mean, I played a lot of Miracle Rogue. I enjoyed Miracle Rogue's time being... Usually I complain more about Rogue, but like I was like, you know, the last time Miracle Rogue was OP, and Miracle Rogue is still really good, by the way. I'm still playing Miracle Rogue a little bit, but I switched more to Death Knight because I need to get the 1000 Wind Portraits anyway, right? So I'm playing a lot more Death Knight now. But yeah, like Death Knight's yeah, Miracle Rogue is still insanely good. It's actually kind of crazy that it's still as good as it is. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, could have been better, could have been worse. Hoggers. I guess I just hold on to this then. High roll. Alright, time to lose to Astalar anyway. We have a lot of stats on board though. Astalar probably doesn't do enough. Right? Copium? Right? Right? Astalar doesn't save him here. There's no way. Astalar fucking murders everything anyway. We got this. This will be totally fine. 14 damage isn't enough. Okay, we're still good. He would have had to get really lucky and kill probably both of these guys, right? He would have had to high roll him pretty hard so that both of those both died. Because I mean, literally, at least one of them had to die, right? Because they kill him, so. Emote him. I'm not toxic, chat. Okay, I'm toxic. Yeah, Rogue is... The thing is like, there are a lot of interesting things about Rogue, I do think, but like, they amplify some of the things that don't need to be amplified for Rogue, I think. You know? Especially, the one thing I agree with too is that I would rather have Miracle Rogue be the best deck than, like, Jackpot Rogue. Fuck Jackpot Rogue. That deck should be buried in, like, tier 4 or something. But, you know, if Miracle Rogue's actually, like how it is where Miracle Rogue's tier 2 or even maybe tier 1 if you're really good, but maybe it's tier 2, like that's fine, right? Like I don't want, it's like, what I really don't want is I don't want Jackpot Rogue being like high tier, because that deck's toxic. What, Cock Rogue? Cock Rogue is literally every rogue. Literally every rogue plays Cocks. That's just like part of Rogue right now. If Cox didn't exist, there would be no, with the card pool as it is, like there would be no playable rogues without concoctions, basically. Literally every archetype is built off of and around concoctions. It's not like they'd be like completely unplayable, right? It's just that concoctions are the best draw engine that they need, right? Concoctions and Edwin is just enough for... Actually, a lot of them don't even play Edwin, right? Only Miracle Rogue really plays Edwin. Huh? But yeah, like, concoctions are just enough card draw that the deck doesn't need anymore. The rogue decks don't need anymore. This kind of sucks. Can't really hold this long. And it's just so much worse than a 3-4 here, but... What's up, Spooky? Jackpot Rogue's annoying because they always make it back. Through luck. But yeah, like, it's the whole deck is built around beating you, but without their deck, right, they just discover whatever they need, right? That's literally, it's literally the design of the deck. Am I supposed to give this up, or am I supposed to... Like, this just gets kind of... This kills a 2-1, right? I have to play this, I think. Used to both run sprint. I think I've seen people... What decks... I've seen sprint played, and some decks do play sprint right now. I think, I was playing a handful of games constructed, yeah, like, one of the Thief Rogue lists plays sprint right now. It's the second most popular one, so it's like, yeah, sprint's like a card. But Storm's not even that good. I'll probably just play this, I guess. It does fairly well. Why do you buff that one? I wasn't paying attention to what he did. Oh, he buffed the corporal? That's kind of weird. And then he just didn't use, he saved a weapon charge by buffing a corporal instead of something that would continue to push. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's not the worst play, though. There's value to keeping the weapon. Depending on when he had it, could be correct, but probably wrong. Now, I guess we just play... This just doesn't seem worth a storm, right? Just play shit. Rip entire board. Wait, is he just gonna... Oh, he's just ignoring the 3-3. Yeah, he really doesn't want to use that weapon charge. Well, this seems worth a storm, I guess. You can probably... I mean, he's so unwilling to use this that he must have the ability to... he must have the 3-drop, right? You have to imagine. That makes me really not want to tempo this, so I think we'll just play a wolf instead. You make an argument for doing this anyway. Now he might have to use it for this. No! Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so if I had full mana, maybe I would do this with Totem, but doing this by itself, I think I'd rather just do this. Get a Totem out. Because remember when Unleash the Hounds was a card and you would not prioritize toteming? Average Farms remembers. Got him. I'm full time now. Do I need to change to professionally reach this green leaderboard and legendary across 3 regions? Well, now I probably need to update that. Well, we'll see. On Tuesday they might announce a leaderboard, maybe. But also, I don't know if I'm doing. I mean, as of now, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna be playing on Asia much anymore. So. Just because of the server lag and disconnects. Maybe we'll see. Oh, I scammed a heavy ball like 20 minutes ago. I should probably do that.
This can't be good.
Yeah, I saw the...
Smelly fish. Yummy.
I saw that, the new Paladin card.
Please help me!
You can see the next patch being painful to play. I don't see how it could be any worse than the current patch. Oh, fuck me. As far as being better than this patch, it's a very low bar to exceed, you know? You know what I mean? So I have pretty high confidence that it's going to be so different because we've had so many low power metas, and then, you know, we're going to go back up to super high, but I think that's... I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Light bulb redeemed. Interesting, see if he takes a trade here. So if he does not trade, our play is obvious. If he does trade, I'm not exactly out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we... Yeah, maybe we do Portal. I don't know, just playing Dread is fine here, right? Probably want to save Portal until maybe does more. I guess. Does not feel like we're winning right now. Like, I wouldn't feel that bad about this game if we weren't at 5-0. This deck doesn't feel like it should be a 5-0 anyway. And now... we're not in an incredible spot. Okay, well, this is a lot of stats here. Because, yeah, like, that, I mean, that's the thing with high power level raid, is like, you know, even like, I mean, I'd rather not, I'd rather still raid boss Nixie, for example, doesn't exist, but like, if you have powerful cards to respond to powerful cards, right, it's fine. The issue is when they have, you know, the new set in the arena, and then they also have Witchwood in arena, and one guy has Aztalar, and one guy has, we don't have any, this is a, well, one guy has like Scale Worm or whatever, even though this is a somewhat newer card, right? It's like, this is the issue, right? That you simply don't have the tools to have any chance of responding to anything like that. Augers.